It's Psychops with Brian. Yes, and today it's getting out into Halloween. It's Halloween week. Tonight it's Friday. It's Halloween, so that should be a lot of fun. So we got our Halloween stuff. It's National Mentoring Day. Now I believe in and I really believe in mentoring and role models. And so your mentor a lot of times is your role model in different areas. So I want you to think about who you have as a mentor, and I want you to actually write this down. Actually, I might start doing some little exercises. So if you have a way of writing down, or of course you're on a device, so you could do something on notes or something. But I'd like it if I'm going to give you some little exercises that might be very useful for you. So there's 10 life goal areas, and I want you to write down who your role model or your mentor, and it might be the same person in each area. Okay, so you kind of need, if you have a mentor in an area who has had the success that you're striving for, obviously that's your automatic role model. But also your mentor is going to give you practical advice, like how something works that you might not know about because they've done it before. Okay, so I want you to start thinking. Again, I'm going to give you 10 life goal areas this morning, and I want you to write down who your role model and mentor is. Now, some of them you may have never thought of that before, and so you may have no person in mind. So let's go through the 10. Okay, so write down at the top 10 life goal areas. Okay, and I put career and financial first because basically you need money to survive. Okay, on all the other needs, all the mental wellness and spiritual and social life and all that, if you don't have a place to live and you can't afford food, all that stuff goes out the window. So I do put career and financial first. Those are very important. And if you can attain financial freedom in this life, it's a wonderful thing, and it's going to bless you and everybody you love. Okay, so career is first. Okay, so who is your career mentor? Now, here's the trick on this one. You may have a couple of different career paths, right? You may have multiple income streams. I want you to. So you may actually have someone, even in real estate, you may have a mentor for flips. This person, I don't do a lot of flips. I would not be your best mentor or your best role model for doing flips. I will admit that right away. I'm a great mentor or role model for doing what? For doing mostly cash flow, creative financing, working with realtors, trying to get monthly payments from sellers. That's my real niche, my specialty, Lynette's and my specialty. So that's, not that we don't know how to do, I could teach you how to do every kind of deal, but that's not what I primarily focus on, some of these other deals. So in terms of career, in your regular job, let's say you're a nurse practitioner or something. Do you have somebody who is your mentor at your regular work? Write that person down. Sometimes you have more than one mentor and more than one role model in these different areas. So, and I want you to be aware of this. Sometimes it's sort of unconscious, and they're just kind of this great role model and mentor to you, and you don't even really think of them in that way, but it's important to, and give them the recognition and thanks. Oh, good morning, Isabel. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Serene Knight, Skyline, Mike. So great to see you guys here. So now let's go to, so I want to get to the career, and financial is next. So career, who's your mentor, who's your role model? And then for real estate, really, you have a real estate investing career as well. And so that would be, you would want mentors and role models in that area as well as your regular career. If you have a regular career, you might just be full-time real estate. Number 2 is your financial. Even if career is not financial, remember, even if you make a lot of money, you can handle it poorly, and you can not, it's not what you make, it's what you save. It's what you are able to take advantage of. If you're paying a lot of taxes and stuff unnecessarily, obviously that's pointless. So I want you to be financially smart. So who's a good financial mentor to you, or a mentor or a role model? A lot of times people have nobody for this. And people look at their parents, and that's the wrong thing. A lot of times, are your parents rich? That's the whole rich dad, poor dad paradigm. People are born with a parent, and usually they're not rich. And so you got to go find your own rich parent to teach you how to make money. So in terms of financial, sometimes we just kind of default to our parents, and they're not the best financial role models. So if your finances look a lot like your mom and dad's, That's why you need to find a better role model and better mentors in the financial area. But then you need income. So that's tied very closely to your career. Okay. Next is mental wellness. Number 3 is mental wellness. These are the life goal career areas, life goal areas. So who's your mentor or role model for mental wellness? Do you have somebody who's motivational in your life? Who do you see who walks around and seems very mentally, happy with their life, happy with themselves, productive, I mean, not just someone who's lazy and leeching off people and they look happy. No, somebody who's contributing and, joyful in their life, somebody who can be a mentor for you in this area or a great role model. I see a long message there, Isabel. I'll get to it. Health and fitness is next. I like to think I'm a pretty good role model for this one. I'm much older than I look, way older, and yet I've stayed in really good shape. Actually, remember, if you know this about me, I got up to 204 pounds. I lost 50 pounds over the course of a year, 50 pounds in 50 weeks. Literally, it was exactly 50 weeks, and it was 50.4 pounds. So yeah, I did that back in 2013 before Ozempic and all that. So that I got really fit, and I've really maintained my fitness. I play a lot of pickleball. I lift weights. And so that's, find somebody in your life who's in good shape for their age, if they're your age. Now, you can look at people who are much younger than you, and they can be your role model for fitness because it's all about habits. Fitness is about habits. So write that down. Your fitness is about what are your health habits? What do you eat habitually? Do you have a pretty good diet habitually? Do you normally eat well? Do you get some exercise as a habit 3 to 4 times a week? You get your blood racing, get some sweat going. Are you lifting weights? Are you doing weight resistance? That's really good for extending your lifespan and keeping your genes thinking you're younger. Okay, so lifting weights is actually one of the best tips for longevity. So health and fitness, who's your role model? Who's your mentor? Next is spiritual. Number 5 is spiritual. So who's your spiritual role model? Who seems to get a lot of peace of mind and contentment and joy from their spiritual life? Who really, who is a good role model for you on that and a good mentor on that? Next is love life, your love life. You hope you have a nice love life with your partner, and there's people who have really good marriages. So if you see somebody who just seems to really love each other, and what are they doing? What are they doing that do they have a date night? Yeah, they probably do. That date night is a really good little habit to have a better love life. So things like that are important. Okay, I know you guys are happy Monday, Noel and Kathy. Yes. Okay, Tony, great. Okay, remember, guys, I'm going through who you're writing down as a mentor or a role model for all 10 life goal areas. I want you to have a mentor and a role model in each of these 10 areas. And if you haven't thought of this and you don't have one, pick one and start using them. So again, career and financial, 1 and 2, mental wellness is 3, health and fitness is 4. Who's a good role model for that? Number 5 is spiritual. Number 6 is love life. Who looks like they have a great marriage, great long-term marriage, and they're very close? What are they doing? Use them as role models. Ask them questions. Use them as a mentor. Your social life is number 7. So do you have an active social life? Are you a social butterfly? Do you have a lot of friends? Do you have a really warm? Are you in a bowling league? Are you in a pickleball league like we are? Actually, a huge part of our social life is pickleball friends. And tonight we're actually doing a dance. I'm going to be a DJ like I was back in the 80s, and up at the Trailhead Club, we got a free room because we have the Los Andes Social Club, and we're going to do a big dance up there. So that should be a lot of fun. So what's your social life look like? Do you get a lot of rewards from that? You don't want to be lonely, because we're meant to be social. People are social animals. Next is your lifestyle. Do you have a nice lifestyle? Do you live in a house that you like, that you love? Do you drive a car you like or love? Do you have nice toys? Do you have a nice, TV? Do you have a nice computer? Stuff like that, your basic lifestyle. And do you have a job that you are okay with? Because that really impinges on your lifestyle if you hate your job. And that was what Lynette and I were stuck in before we got going in the real estate, is we both were stuck in jobs that we did not like, and that really kills your lifestyle. So getting out of a job you hate and having nice things. That's your lifestyle. So who's a good role model? Who's a good mentor for that? And then I got two more. Number 9 is hobbies, and number 10 is giving back. So hobbies, who do you know who has some hobby that they really get a lot of pleasure out of and that they really enjoy? Who would be a good mentor or role model for that? And then lastly, giving back. How are you going to give back? I put that number 10 because it's actually maybe the most important, but that's why I want to end with it. So how do you give back? Who's a really good mentor for giving back? Who's a good role model for giving back? Okay, so those are the 10 life goal areas. So think about those since it's National Mentoring Day. And I want you to think about a mentor or role model for each of these areas that you can sort of pattern some of your behavior. Remember, it's all about behavior. All your results are based on what your behavior is, and certain behaviors are going to get certain positive results. Taking positive action gets good results. So look at who's taking positive action and getting good results, and do what they do. Life's not a mystery. Success leaves clues. It's usually not that hard to see people who are having success in these different areas. Now you may see your neighbors, they have the best marriage in the world, but they're always struggling to pay the bills. Okay, so they're not your role model for financial, but they may be your role model for love life. So that's the thing. One person is never going to be your role model in all 10 areas. That's why it's so cool that you can kind of pick and choose your own role models and your own mentors in each area. All right. So that was fun to talk about. So I really want you guys to be aware of all these different areas of your life too, because if you're aware of them, then you can set goals. You should have goals and plans for improvement in all 10 of these areas. And I will just bet you that you don't. But I am creating what I call the Goals and Plans Workbook. And it's got goals and plans for all 10 areas that you can follow along. That's going to be in our Psych Up system. So great. Let's see. Great idea for exercise. Okay. Yay, Brian Lynette. Guys, my vision is getting worse. I'm going to have to start wearing glasses. Good morning. How you doing? Okay. Got to see all you guys. Great to see you. Charles, Jennifer, Isabel. You got a long message. Okay, I can't read it all. You know what? Next time, my eyes have just been fading just lately, so I'm going to get myself some glasses. Happy Monday, you guys. Yes, creating positive habitual excellence. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Yes, I apply mind over mattress. I like that. Okay, you guys are really clever today. All right, a lot of good comments today. Very good advice. Some of it I have already done. Good. Some I could do more, and some I really need to do. Thank you for the advice, Mike. Awesome. All right, guys. So let's think of those different areas, because sometimes areas get neglected. When we talk about a balanced life, leading a balanced life, you can tell sometimes you're out of whack when you look at all 10 of those areas. Do you have, something going on in some of those 10 areas, or some of them just kind of, getting completely neglected? So let's get some really good balance and have good life goals. Now, if you can think of an area that I did not cover in that, let me know. But I think I pretty much hit every single area of life that you want to set a goal and achieve and improve your life in. Okay, so let's have a great day. Let's have a great week. Let's think about our mentors and role models in these areas and be successful. Let's see. I use mentors and role models. Mentors and role models. Let's make it a simple affirmation today. I use mentors and role models 3 times on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I use mentors and role models. I use mentors and role models. I use mentors and role models. Yeah. All right. Good job, guys. So 3 deep breaths. Nice deep breath in. Hold it a little bit and then let it go. And one more. Deep one. And this is really good for you. This is good for your health and fitness. And one more. Actually doing this several times a day is a really top suggestion. Okay. Let it go. All right. So have a great Halloween. Actually, I will be seeing you on Friday, so I'll see you again right on Halloween. But hopefully you guys making some fun plans, and you're going to have a great time. Social life. You'll have fun with Halloween with your social life. All right. So we love you guys, and until I see you next, keep expecting success, getting awesome training from the Wolf Couple and taking action and having a great Halloween. Yeah.